Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight, we'll see the Houston Rockets as they go up against the Indiana Pacers. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And, of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. And here's what the Rockets' schedule looks like. On Thursday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the New Orleans Pelicans. Then on Sunday, they'll tip off a road trip in Toronto where they'll take on the Raptors.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. They've got Wembanyama. Scott is out there with Irving. Then there's Danny Granger. And it's O'Neal in at the power forward. And for the Rockets, at the guard positions, Van Vliet and Green. Olajuwon is out there with Yao. And it's Malone in at the small forward position. Here they are, game one of the season. Wow, it's fun to be here. And Clark, this is the culmination of all the hard work put in over the summer.
Yeah, you talk to the players on both sides, and there's optimism about this upcoming year. We'll see if that optimism is justified over time. My goodness.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim rattler.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Platinum-level highlight reel material. That is Showtime stuff there.
And I'm never surprised when I see Wembanyama put one in the cheap seats.
And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
Malone finds Green. Van Vliet outside. 5 on the clock.
Well, Irving looking engaged and aggressive there, making an impact at the defensive end.
Here's Scott, and it's Scott with the jam.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time.
Not when he can throw it down like that. Boom!
Here's Van Vliet. The Pacers making the shot. Olajuwon outside. Can't hit that one. O'Neal with the defensive effort.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Rockets have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Pass to Malone. Van Vliet with a screen on Granger. Malone passes to Olajuwon. Van Vliet outside. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
You got to admire the steadfastness of Van Vliet. I mean, he's an anchor for his team because they know they can trust him.
So he gets them both. Greg, what's the key thing Fred Van Vliet brings to this offense?
I feel like he's really a centering presence, Kevin. The guys can look to him to call the play, to give them their orders, and trust that he's setting them up for success.
Here's Wembanyama. Good work defensively by Yao. Irving against Van Vliet. Kicks it out to Malone. And some nice passing there by Houston. Green against Scott. Here's Yao. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And it's a tie ball game.
And this is where you feed Yao because almost no one is going to be able to block it.
The kick out to Scott. O'Neal a screen on Green. Drive by Scott. Oh, what a play! Woo!
The Rockets call timeout.
That is not possible. What we just... is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said.
He's one of the few players in the NBA who can pull something like that off.
This break in the game gives us a chance to look at the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. The Pacers 4th.
And this team, in terms of scoring off of turnovers, that became the identity. I mean, they really looked to disrupt and cause problems defensively. And boy, do they take advantage on the other end.
Now here's Van Vliet. Real disappointing game for him in that loss to Oklahoma City. Picked by Yao. Here's Olajuwon. It's rebounded by O'Neal. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Indiana. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Rockets. That one was played down in Houston.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid another blowout.
And it really was the turnovers that fueled the blowout. A lot of questionable, poor decisions by them with the ball. And when that happens, you can get blasted.
Now trying to get open. Malone, good.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And then Scott slams it in.
Oh, big finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow.
Well, I guess there's nothing wrong with a little bit of showboating here and there.
Van Vliet outside. Pass to Malone. Out of bounds. Indiana takes possession.
A moment to check out the numbers for Fred Van Vliet. Coming off a terrific season. And he ended up in the top 15 in steals as well. Some of the quickest hands in the league.
And his floor awareness was impeccable last season. As you mentioned, top 10 in assists. Just does a great job of getting everyone involved. Scott dishes to O'Neal. Rockets with the rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Pass to Van Vliet. Green in the high post. Scott's there. And Clark, the Rockets, just one of a handful of franchises to win back-to-back NBA titles.
Can you believe that, Kevin? It was roughly 30 years ago that the Rockets did that, led by Hakeem Olajuwon, perhaps the best player in the league at that time. Of course, this was while Michael Jordan was retired from the NBA the first time.
Now here's Irving. Still scoreless. And the jam by Jermaine O'Neal.
What a nasty finish that was. O'Neal playing with a little attitude right now.
Here's Van Vliet. Picked by Olajuwon. Pass to Yao. Malone outside. Back to Yao. Tries from 7. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Wembanyama, a screen on Green. The kick out to Irving. That one's in. His first shot this game.
We've seen Kyrie do this so many times. Precise in the two-man game. Lethal, too.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alteration. Thompson, he's checked in for Fred Van Vliet.
Come in, Thompson.
Rockets trail by 4. Thompson outside. Pass to Malone. Yao with a screen on Granger. Down low. And Yao gets it to go on the assist by Malone. Yao's got 6.
Tell you what, he's 3 or 4 now. Looks like his game's on offensively.
O'Neal a screen on Thompson. And here is Scott. He's got 10. Outside for Wembanyama. His 3-pointers off the mark. For Houston, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Here's Thompson. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach, Ime Udoka. Now, when it came to Kyrie Irving, coach said trying to contain him tonight won't be easy. He told me Kyrie is a fantastic player, but I feel confident that our guys will be all over him tonight. Pretty strong words, guys.
Thank you, David. Now here's Granger. Scoreless thus far.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And that one's good. Green.
You know, with his quickness, he's already good at creating separation for his shot. And we know he doesn't need much room to get his shot off either.
Here's Scott. They double him with Green. Scott kicks to Irving. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 4th assist in this one. Pass to Olajuwon. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Touch, size, moves. The Dream has got all the tools to score and make you look silly while he's doing it.
O'Neal a screen on Green. To the inside. O'Neal passes to Irving. The drive by Scott. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's on Yao Ming. In a moment here, take a look at the scoring breakdown for Indiana.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
You know, I love the fact, too, that they've been aggressive in penetrating the defense, attacking that paint, getting the ball inside. So far, their aggressiveness has ruled the day.
Now here's Thompson. You saw him with 19 points his last outing, and Green gets it to go.
Green finds ways to get it done inside. Really intelligent as a scorer.
Wembanyama, a screen. Irving passes to Wembanyama.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Thompson sets the pick for Green. Pass to Thompson. Now Easton. Olajuwon the pass to Malone. Houston moving the ball around. The shot misses. Good defense by Wembanyama. The drive by Scott. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Now here's Green. 6 points for him. Pass to Malone. Wembanyama against Olajuwon. And the shot goes in. Olajuwon's got his second basket of the night.
Olajuwon taking the hit and staying under control. What a powerful finish there.
Irving with the ball. Now Green defending. Scott. No good from outside.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Easton passes Green. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul. Third
Looking for a one-word descriptor for Jalen Green. The best one I come up with is exciting. The way he runs the floor and gives every play his all. This guy is just fun to watch.
And the Rockets making a change here. Yow's checked back in. Now here's Scott. 15 points in the game. Driving to the basket. Count it. Good. Scott's got 17.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Green against Irving. Green passes to Malone. Now Thompson. Pass to Yao.
2 minutes remaining.
Over Wembanyama.
2 minutes.
And he didn't get quite enough under that one. And for the Pacers, they come in off a great outing against New Orleans. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. With their offensive firepower, and the Pacers card maxed out at that end of the floor.
There's still a lot of room for this team to grow offensively, Kevin. A low rate of free throws is something they can improve on, and a relatively low rate of threes and offensive boards. Those are areas that can get better. I think there's another level they have to reach yet.
Brooks checked in for Houston. Patrick Beverly comes in for Jalen Green. Up top, Eason, guarded by O'Neal. Now Thompson. Nothing on the board. Here's Yao. Good defense by Wembanyama.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Took the opportunity when he saw it.
Good to see Brooks connecting from three-point land because it helps open up everything else for him and his team.
Now, here's Scott. He's got 19. Granger outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. It's Beverly on the wing. Covered by Irving. Scott against Thompson. Pass to Yao. Misses from close range. Pacers leading by 7. Irving with the ball. He picked up 21 points in their last win against New Orleans. Granger with the ball. Here's Scott. Wembanyama, a screen on Thompson. And it is good! The buzzer! Wow!
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
Talk about lifting up a team and energizing them at the end of a quarter. A 3 at the buzzer, that'll do it.
And so it's Indiana with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We come back right after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been... one-sided so far. And taking a look at the Pacers' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
Indiana leading by 10. On the court right now for the Pacers. Scott is out there with Tyrese Halliburton. Then it's Pascal Siakam. Then there's Toppin. And it's Wembanyama in at the center position.
Scoring the ball, he has been lethal and efficient. Wow.
And here are the Rockets now. Brooks outside. And it's Halliburton with the rebound.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And so here is Houston. The Pacers making the shot. Yao in the post. Wembanyama on him.
You know, you don't always get that opportunity, so those are the ones you hate to miss.
Outside, Scott with the drive, and finished off by Scott.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
Here's Beverly following the score by Indiana. Thompson in the posts. He's covered by Halliburton. Nice shot by Thompson. Thompson's got his first points of the night.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
Halliburton finds Scott. Wembanyama, a screen on Thompson. Scott with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. And Thompson sends it back.
On the hunt to make a big defensive impact, Thompson denying that shot.
And Halliburton's got the ball here for the Pacers. Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
And the Rockets with possession here. The Pacers making the shot. Siakam passes to Toppin. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Scott dishes to Toppin. Halliburton for three. The Rockets pull it in.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, the Pacers obviously pushed the fast break. Tyrese Halliburton says the emphasis is getting outlets and running, playing fast. That's a good identity to have. It's a team that people want to play for, and it's a style you don't want to play against. You've got to be ready to play us. Kevin, the idea is for them to wear you down.
They fly, David. Baseline to baseline. They can really go. Rockets trail by 16. Thompson passes to Van Vliet. Now Eason looks for Yao. Gets it to him. Count that one. 8 points for Yao.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Tapping a screen on Thompson. Scott against Thompson. Scott can't get it to go. Rockets have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Here's Thompson, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And Clark watching amend Thompson. He is just a different kind of athlete.
He sure is, boy. Special as an athlete. And we've got some of the greatest athletes in the world across the NBA. He's smooth, he's explosive, he's fluid, well coordinated. Seems like he just kind of floats in the air. It's special to watch him do his thing.
Moses Malone. He's checked in for Dylan Brooks.
Getting elevated is something Toppin has no problem with. Give him airspace at your own peril.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Wembanyama. Great showing for him last season. Last season put up about 21 points a game, over 3.5 blocks and 10 rebounds. And his rebounding is what's most impressive. He's shown tremendous determination on the backboard.
And it's a big asset for this team. I mean, he blocks out on the defensive glass, and then he keeps balls alive at the offensive end.
Van Vliet can't get it to go.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that.
No way Halliburton is going to sleep on that one. I mean, he's too good at reading the defense.
And so it's Houston with it, trailing by 17. Scott against Van Vliet. Pass to Yao. Houston moving it around. Here's Malone. Falls back and drains the fadeaway jumper. Malone's got his second bucket of the night.
Just a great hustle play there. Energy and passion. This is what you play the game for.
The drive by Siakam. And finished off by Siakam.
And the handles and confidence of Siakam both have grown just so much. Zero hesitation taking that one to the rack.
Now here's Van Vliet. And here is Yao. A three ball, and it's blocked by Scott. Driving the lane, and then Scott slams it in.
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
Out to Thompson. On the wing, Malone. Toppin covering. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Now Halliburton. There's a screen by Toppin. Halliburton drives in. And Thompson sends it back. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And the Rockets making a change here. Olajuwon's checked in. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Jermaine O'Neal is checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Granger comes in for Toppin. Ron Artest, he's checked in for Pascal Siakam. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Halliburton.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Here's Malone. Following the score by Indiana. And then Malone with the dunk.
He's so aggressively confident inside. It's a real challenge trying to keep Malone out of the paint.
O'Neal a screen on Van Vliet. Irving drives in. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Now, here's Thompson. Thompson sets the pick for Van Vliet. And Thompson throws it down.
He's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
Kicks it out to Granger. O'Neal a screen on Malone. Granger with the ball. Picked up by Eli. That's another rebound.
If you look for someone to clean the glass, you can't do much better than this guy.
Yeah, he's setting the gold standard for rebounding. Nearing the 4th most rebounds of all time. Van Vliet. Great D that time from Artest. O'Neal tried to break free. Scott can't get it to go. Rockets trail by 19. Eason down low. Covered by Artest. Eason passes to Olajuwon. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make. Clark, how much weight do players put on individual awards or something like an all-star nod?
You know, I think players always have a level of respect for each other, but awards help validate your level of respect. How you win, how you perform, consistency, and awards are typically well-earned and well-deserved. As a matter of fact, in most cases, they are well-earned and deserved, and players acknowledge that and respect that.
Hands it from downtown.
Because he's got such good touch down there, Van Vliet never afraid to mix it up inside.
Scott dishes to O'Neal. Kicks it out to Granger. Granger, a screen on Thompson. A drive by Scott. Banked in off the glass. Scott's got 36.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. And he's been absolutely relentless.
Olajuwon on the wing. Wants to get it to Malone and does. Hammers the alley-oop through.
You know, the timing from Malone, impeccable. Really good awareness, too. Knows exactly when to rise for that alley-oop.
Malone against Granger. And there's the drive. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Pacers shoot their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Yao, he's checked in for Jari Eason. And it's Green in for Thompson. Now here's Green. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Granger, a screen on Van Vliet. Irving kicks to Scott. Fouled on the shot, picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
For Indiana, they have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts.
1 shot.
If you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
While Van Vliet is just barely 6 feet tall, he's really a strong dude and a competitor.
Clark, famously, Frank Van Vliet was undrafted. Why do you think he was overlooked?
Wow, I tell you, I think size. But, man, when you look at his intangibles, it's hard to not be impressed with what Fred Van Vliet has done. He is an incredible basketball player. Smart, tough, skilled, relentless. He's had a great career as an undrafted player.
And so here is Houston following the score by Indiana. It's rebounded by Indiana. O'Neal's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. 1:35 left to play in the first half. Here is the 2K leaderboard with last season's top passing teams. Number 1, the Pacers.
The way these guys move the ball offensively was a joy to watch. Great teamwork and unselfishness. That's why we saw those great assist numbers a season ago.
Boy, Ron Artest is such a well-rounded player with tremendous toughness. He gets it done at both ends.
Outside, Green. Van Vliet with a screen on Scott. And here's Green outside. Pacers with the rebound.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Here's Van Vliet. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Here's Olajuwon. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Danny Granger.
They get Danny Granger.
Boy, Hakeem's size makes him hard to match up against, especially when he's determined to score inside.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Pacers leading by 20. And he drives in.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Granger with the rebound. Granger's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And really a good job of getting to the line in that first quarter. Hasn't been doing that as much here in the second.
Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for the Rockets. So it's the Rockets now. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside, Green. Pass to Malone. Green against Scott. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Olajuwon. It's rebounded by Indiana. O'Neal's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Now, here's Scott. Up in time. And so it's Indiana finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Hello, everybody. Maybe a bit of a surprise in this one, but what a fantastic first half we witnessed for the Indiana Pacers.
Well, it's been a stampede in transition. They'll run it right down your throat if you let them.
I'm going to do something I haven't done in a while. I'm going to give you a compliment, just like you, Jet, in the blink of an eye.
And now let's take a glimpse at some of the games on the upcoming. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. A-Train has been sensational.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And it's Irving with the ball for Indiana. They lead by 24, their biggest margin. At the guard positions, Van Vliet and Green. Olajuwon is out there with Moses Malone. And it's Yao in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Green deciding where to go with it. Tries the spin move. 6 on the shot clock, and stolen by Scott. It's Scott on the wing. O'Neal a screen on Van Vliet. The drive by Scott, and the dunk by Scott.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Van Vliet. The Pacers making the shot. Inside. That's good. And it's Olajuwon with the assist. Olajuwon's got 3 assists now in this one. Scott against Green. Scott kicks to Irving. Granger, a screen on Van Vliet. Irving passes to Granger. Hakeem Olajuwon grabs the rebound. Olajuwon's got 4 rebounds now tonight. For 3, Van Vliet. And they recover it. Yao with a screen on Irving. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Hits it from 3-point range. Van Vliet's got 13.
You can count on Van Vliet to make the right decision on just about every single pick and roll.
And finished off by Scott.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Olajuwon with a screen for Green. Offline with his 3. The Pacers have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Granger is screen on Olajuwon. Irving dishes to Granger. And the slam dunk by Granger.
Operating the pick and roll like a surgeon. What a sequence by Kyrie.
Rockets have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Olajuwon, left side. Over Granger. Olajuwon, no luck.
You know, not sure if he's playing to the crowd, but no need for the fadeaway on that shot.
O'Neal is screen on Green. Here's Scott. Rockets to the hoop. And then Scott slams it in.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
Timeout called the Rockets.
First in scoring, first in assists, and they were #1 in field goal percentage. Their shot selection, a major focus for this group, and more often than not, it was going to be their O that propelled them to victory.
And having the best offense in the league last season, they were an opponent that no team wanted to face.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Now Granger. Following the miss by Fred VanVleet from deep. The kick out to Irving. Here's O'Neal. Olajuwon with the block.
Boy, Olajuwon is a ferocious defender and rim protector. Really excels at slapping shots away.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Last season, the NBA again set records for attendance. Overall, arenas were filled to 98% of capacity. Commissioner Adam Silver says we're in a great position. You almost can't fit more people in our arenas. Kevin, he made it clear the area for growth is in media and especially in mobile viewing.
David, you know this, directly to the fan. I mean, my goodness, all the different ways you can consume the game, it's beautiful.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Irving against VanVleet. Olajuwon passes to Yao. VanVleet on the wing. He's got 13. And here's Malone outside. It's rebounded by Indiana. Granger's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Granger, a screen on VanVleet. Irving drives in. And that one, good. Irving's got 12 in the game.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Green kicks to Olajuwon. They kick it out to Green. Back to Olajuwon. Outside, Green. From deep, Malone. It's rebounded by O'Neal. And here's Indiana. They're on a 10-2 run here. O'Neal is screen on VanVleet. Irving attacking. That one goes. Count it. Irving's got 6 in the... quarter.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Now, here's Green. He's got 8. VanVleet with it. He's picked up by O'Neal. Malone kicks to Yao. Back to Malone. For 3, VanVleet. Up the wide by Houston. Here's Yao. And the basket is good. He's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, it's just so difficult to stop Yao. His size and strength let him go right through that contact.
The Pacers making a change here. Victor Wembanyama is checked in for O'Neal. Toppin comes in for Danny Granger. Siakam is checked in for Ron Artest. And Halliburton subbed in for Kyrie Irving. A nice shot by Halliburton.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Now, here's Young. He's got 13. Malone, the pass to Green. VanVleet outside. The Rockets with another miss.
and the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Mark, when you think of siblings who have played in the NBA, the Lopez brothers and now the Toppin brothers come to mind.
I can only imagine how cool a feeling that is to be able to play in the NBA with your brother. It's a dream come true for anybody to get to the highest level of pro basketball. And then to have a couple of players from the same family doing it together? Come on, man. Doesn't get any better than that. Boy, that's so difficult to stop. Once Olajuwon gets near the rim, you got to be ready for him to rise up and throw it down.
Halliburton drives in, lays it up off the glass. Halliburton's got his third basket of the night.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Picked by Olajuwon. Fires from 18. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. Pass to Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Oh, great decision there. Get it to Wembanyama and let Victor finish as the roller.
The Rockets shooting not great, 40% for the game. On the wing, Malone. Green kicks to Olajuwon. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. And that's 11 points for Hakeem Olajuwon. Scott against Green. Wembanyama, a screen on Green. The drive by Scott. Hits it again. Wow. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy. Oh, nice there. Getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it.
A jaw-dropper emoji is what I look like right now. Incredible.
Now against Wembanyama. 5 to shoot. Olajuwon the pass to Van Vliet. Over Halliburton. And the shot no good. A bit short.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
Wembanyama, a screen on Van Vliet. And Siakam has it in the corner. And stolen by Yao. Green passes to Olajuwon. It's good. Olajuwon's got 6 in the quarter.
Shots are just flowing. Him right now having a really strong quarter.
Wembanyama, a screen on Olajuwon. Here he goes. Wembanyama, no good. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. The scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
You know, all game long, they've imposed their will on the interior, scoring a lot of points in the painted area.
And also, they are working the opposition from the mid-range, continuing to fire away with confidence from there.
And that's just another mistake. I mean, they've got it on autopilot, and they look totally dejected.
Patrick Beverley's checked in for the Rockets. In the corner, it's Wembanyama. Back to Halliburton. Wembanyama, a screen on Beverley. Here's Halliburton. And finished off by Halliburton.
Good job that time by Halliburton to get some help with the screen and then got a shot right off of the pick.
And so Beverley will bring it up for Houston. Pass to Eason. Now with the ball. Houston moving it around. Toppin with the steal. Wembanyama down low. Yao's there. Siakam with it. Wembanyama, a screen on Eason. Siakam. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. After exploding onto the NBA radar in 2019, Siakam Clark has been a sure thing on offense.
Well, you know what you're going to get from Pascal Siakam. I mean, whether it's in the open floor or in the half-court sets, he's a guy you can count on delivering when you give him the ball in those situations. His offense never takes a night off.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Şengün comes in for Yao. And Malone's subbed in for Olajuwon. And they get it back. Deep two from Beverly. Another miss by Houston. Halliburton against Beverly. Wembanyama, a screen on Beverly. Halliburton passes to Wembanyama.
He's so dangerous in the pick and roll. Halliburton beating the defense with that pass right there.
And for Houston, they're shooting 37% so far in the third quarter. And they're not satisfied with this lack of offensive execution.
And they were one of the NBA's top 5 fast break teams. Not many were better on the break than this one.
And you just mentioned it. What a year it was for him on the glass. The sheer effort and energy they put into their rebounding was tremendous. And he makes the first.
Man, I tell you, you really have to appreciate how much Beverly hustles. He plays hungry and with an edge. He's skilled, though, on both ends of the floor in addition to that.
Houston making a switch here. Van Vliet's checked in. Now, here is Halliburton. 8 points for him. Really left alone that time. Siakam's got 7 points for the quarter.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Van Vliet against Halliburton. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Van Vliet can't get it to go. Indiana's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Wembanyama, a screen on Eason. The drive by Siakam.
An extra element to Siakam's game. He can really handle the ball and even initiate offense.
Looking to get it going. Count that one from Van Vliet.
Given the size disadvantage, you have to have a lot of confidence to take that shot.
And you know what? He does. I mean, in the NBA, you've got to have ways to score over defenders of all sizes.
Back to Siakam. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Indiana Pacers sitting at a lead of 40 points at the end of the quarter. Terrific play. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court right now for the Pacers. Wembanyama's out there with Obi Toppin. Then there's Scott. Then there's Tyrese Halliburton. And it's Siakam in at the 3. Now here's Van Vliet. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And it seems each season more things can be subject to video review. You a fan of that, Greg?
You know, I'm a fan of keeping the game moving. I'm not sure I'd get good of review, but I sure would like the league to find a way to speed them up.
Seems like Halliburton is always looking to do a little more, always making the extra effort. That's fairly rare.
Wembanyama, a screen on Eason. Scott, again, what an avalanche. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
For 3, Van Vliet. Good on the three-point shot.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his second this half.
Tapping a screen on Van Vliet. Halliburton drives in. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
For 3, Van Vliet. And another 3 for Houston.
Van Vliet has a quick trigger at the arc. He's not one to hesitate, not when he's got a shot like that.
Scott the pass to Wembanyama. Can't cash in from close range. The Rockets have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Eason finds Van Vliet to the paint. Here's Malone. And then Malone with the dunk.
Van Vliet controls the pace for you and delivers the right pass at the right time with the right speed.
Now, here's Halliburton. And Halliburton slams it in.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G.A., the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And so it's Houston with it, following the score by Indiana. Malone, no luck. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Toppin sets a screen for Siakam. Back to Toppin. And the rebound goes. To the Rockets.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Pass to Van Vliet. The NBA has always been a star-driven league, Greg, and that's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is. All over the league, teams now building their systems around their stars, surrounding them with complementary players and running the offense through them as much as possible.
And some changes here for the Pacers. O'Neal's checked in for Toppin. Granger comes in for Pascal Siakam. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Halliburton. Nobody near Granger. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Pass to Şengün. Now Thompson. Şengün finds Van Vliet. Şengün with a screen on Irving. Here's Thompson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Fourth personal.
It's going to be a... And Victor Wembanyama.
And with his movement skills, Thompson routinely catches defenders out of position.
Jalen Green's checked in for Tari Eason. Thomas Bryant is checked in for Indiana. And Scott has it in the corner. Here's Irving. There's the drive. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here's Green. Clark, I've always heard that every team when on the road will have a team dinner.
You know, that's typically a practice that most teams employ, and those dinners are memorable, especially if the food is good. But more than the food, I think, is the camaraderie and the bonding that takes place when you break bread together, coaches and players.
O'Neal a screen on Green. The drive by Scott. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Thompson. Houston making some changes. Yao checked in for Şengün. Olajuwon comes in for Malone. And Tari Eason subbed in for Thompson. Now here's Van Vliet. Top of the key. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Van Vliet's got 10 points in the quarter.
And what a tool for Van Vliet to have. We know he is great driving it, so when he's using the pull-up, it's really effective.
And it's good, 2 points.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Now here's Van Vliet. And a miss there on the triple. Scott with the ball. Picked up by Van Vliet. O'Neal a screen on Green. Granger drives in.
The word you hear most about Granger is efficient. Good for mid-range, draws a lot of fouls, can score even when the D has all of his attention.
Houston making a switch. Beverly's checked in, and Danny Granger drops them both. And the league clearly focused on making regular season games matter. You think more steps are coming?
Well, let's give the league credit because they've left no stone unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65 games rule, all implemented with that in mind.
And stolen by Olajuwon. A floater. Throws it down if the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. They get Danny Granger.
Great size and scoring ability. Hakeem, a tough assignment defensively. Drawing whistles, drawing fouls, nothing new for him.
The Pacers have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Granger. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
Now, here's Yao. Outside, Green. 6 to shoot. They set the screen. Drills the three-pointer. Green's got 5 points in the quarter.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Hits the three-point bomb.
3 points.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, you got it real right. They are lighting it up from beyond the arc this half.
Now, here's Young. Pass to Eason. To the middle. Here's Olajuwon. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
Screen by Bryant. Here's Scott. Good. That's another bucket.
And never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long, long time. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Clark, some people have claimed there is too much talent now in this NBA and not enough team.
Interesting point. I don't know if I fully agree with it. Clearly, talent has always been the driver in the league. I think because the league is generally younger, that the talent is not as refined, so therefore you have a little disjointedness with teams. But the blend of talent into teamwork is still what the best teams do at a high level.
Now here's Granger. Rockets with the rebound. Malone's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Inside. Green against O'Neal. Yao kicks to Van Vliet. Yao with a screen on Scott. For 3, Van Vliet. Offensive rebound. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Collecting plenty of second chance points this half. That alone can keep a team in a game.
Scott against Green. Bryant with a screen on Green. The drive by Scott. And another one. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Houston's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Pass to Green. Malone against Granger. To the paint. O'Neal with the steal. And here's the fast break. Bryant leading the way. Green against Scott. Another bucket. Wow. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Olajuwon, left side. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, A-Train.
Hey, guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Loses him with the bounce and doesn't look back. What a pretty move.
And, Clark, if you look at the NBA's draft combine, prospects now required to participate in drills and in other testing to be eligible for selection.
I like that, Kevin. I really do. I mean, it's part of being a professional. You can't just opt out of things because your agent says you should or you don't feel like it. This is a professional business, so there should be some standards and accountability. I think it goes hand in hand with the push for parity. It ensures equal access to the information that will enable all teams to make informed decisions on draft day. So I like it. I really do.
Here is Bryant. The Rockets making the shot. Granger outside. And it's out of bounds. And they say last. Touched by Bryant. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
The Pacers making a switch here. Wembanyama is checked in.
2 minutes
out
in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's Olajuwon. Second chance shot. Yes, that goes in.
And for Olajuwon, when you think of rebounding, it's not just his size and lift, also the instincts play a role.
And that one falls for Olajuwon. And the Pacers call time here. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter. Toppin, he's checked in for Wembanyama. Scott against Green. O'Neal a screen on Green. The drive by Scott. And it's Scott with the jam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And the Rockets with possession here. The Pacers making the shot. Here's Olajuwon. They get it again. Van Vliet. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Third personal foul.
Van Vliet, despite his size, he's not backing down from any contact. He looks to draw a foul.
And Greg, everyone loves talking trades. Future first-round picks have been moved quite a bit of late, and that's been kind of interesting.
And, Kevin, a lot of teams that don't control any of their future first-round picks. With so much pressure to win now, GMs are willing to use draft assets.
Houston's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Pacers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
and regaining their momentum against a team that had already beaten them once on the year. This win will make it one apiece to tie their best-of-3 season series against the Rockets.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for A-Train.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
And the Pacers with possession here. O'Neal is screen on Green. Here's Scott driving inside. And the dunk by Scott.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Here's Van Vliet following the score by Indiana. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And it's Green missing.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. The way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it. That's how to get it done on the road.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Kyrie, big numbers for you tonight. And I always wonder what it's like to be in a zone like that offensively.
It feels amazing. More importantly, we got the win, and I couldn't have done it without my teammates. They did a heck of a job of competing every single minute of this game. It took everybody's effort from our bench. It took a 15-man effort, and I'm glad we got the win.
15 men, but one man was the difference. Thanks, Kyrie. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And that about wraps it up for David.